Yo, what is going on? This is Unbound, and once again, welcome to the show. I'm your host, as always, The Truth. You got my boy, the Outlier. He's in a good mood today.
I am.
In untypical good mood, albeit the circumstances, but we're not going to get there just yet. We'll get to all the circumstances later on in the show. First of all, we want to get to some
very tragic.
somber, is somber the right word to use here? Sobering, unfortunate news.
It's unfortunate, that's for sure.
We recorded Monday.
Yes.
This past Monday. The following day, I was at church, and as soon as we let out of church, I looked at my phone and I got some unfortunate news from Tony Khan that Jay Briscoe, who was one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, passed away in a car crash up in Delaware.
His wife and daughter, I think, are still in the hospital.
Yeah, I think they both had surgery.
Yes, they both.
I think they were going to the cheer practice or something like that.
A picture was just posted earlier today of them in the hospital. They're both doing well.
That's great to hear.
Hashtag Dem Girls was trending.
Dem Girls, I love it.
I love it too. I love it.
But yeah, them boys. I'm pretty sure we'll hear something about it tonight on Raw. We'll probably see some people with some type of tribute. We saw with Kevin Owens had Jay on his armband, and then the Viking Raiders. The Viking Raiders had them boys when they had their match against the Banger Bros.
The Bucks did too.
The Bucks did. I think everybody in AEW did.
Also, New Japan, and for and Noah at their recent show, which I kind of want to get into what happened there. Something else happened.
Talking about the Okada thing.
That was crazy.
I saw that and I was like, "Jeez,
I've never seen him that mad.
Why are you so mad? Bro?
I've never seen him that mad." Anyway, but back to the thing at hand.
It was. I thought it was pretty cool for WWE. Knowing that the Briscoes have never even. I don't even think they've ever been like extras on WWE TV. Yeah. Like we know that like people like the Bucks and like people like that have been. Kenny Omega was once had a WWE contract. Guys like that have been a part of WWE, but to see two guys that have, as far as I know, never even done anything related to WWE to be recognized as one of the greatest tag teams in professional wrestling. I think that was a great gesture.
Very good gesture.
Very great gesture there, especially knowing how many guys that are in the company have worked with the Briscoes. We just talked about how the Briscoes just had one of the best matches of the year with FTR. 3 of the greatest matches of the year with FTR last year.
One of their lists, one of the matches. But while that match wasn't my personal favorite match they had of the Briscoes, it's actually my favorite match of the Briscoes is actually the first ever ladder war they had with Kevin Steen and El Generico. You know, who we now know as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Right.
They had the first ever ladder war, and the Briscoes pulled it off. Amazing match. But
I haven't been the most up to date with watching a lot of Briscoe stuff. Honestly, I didn't know about the Briscoes until about a little less than a decade ago. So just the things that I've seen basically validate what people have said about them over the years.
They're amazing.
They are probably the best team. No, I'm sorry.
They're up there.
I'm going to say
they're
this,
up there.
and I might cause some people to disagree with me, but I don't care.
They're up
They
there.
are the best tag team to never wrestle in WWE.
No. Yeah. They're up there.
They are the best tag team to never touch a WWE ring.
They are up there. I'd say either them. I
have to think about
I would put
the older era, and I can't think of anybody
from the 2000s.
I'm thinking like when tag team wrestling was like tag team wrestling.
You're talking about in the 2000s.
Before 2000s.
They haven't been the tag. But I'm saying they.
No, I'm just talking about all together. I think they are the best tag team like of all time to never wrestle in WWE.
Okay. Well, you can make a case.
Which is a very broad statement.
Yeah, I'm about to say you could kind of make a case for maybe for the Guns, but for Motor City Machine Gun,
they're up there. I won't sit here and
they're not that. Now. They're one of the best, like because you gotta take into account the Motor City Machine Gun.
Motor City Machine Gun is right.
You gotta take into account like there's
You can't say the Wolves because the Wolves have actually wrestled on WWE television.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Granted, it wasn't really much of a match, but it happened. They wrestled. I think it was the Ascension on NXT.
Yeah. Yeah. There's not many, but the out of those two, I mean, I guess what Kazarian and Daniels, the Addiction,
Beer Money.
Yeah, Beer Money.
Well,
yeah. Well,
it's not Robert Roode. Both of them have been on NXT, just never as a team together.
So yeah, there's a lot in there.
There's a lot, and I don't have the prior knowledge to names that were before I may have been watching. And that's why I think I would actually have to speak to somebody that has been like, if I was still at Planet Fitness, I would go and talk to the trainer there, because when I was at Planet Fitness, he would talk to me about a lot of the older stuff that he grew up on.
I feel like a lot of them would be.
It's always good to have an OG like that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them would be like, some people would make cases for, like teams from old All Japan, like Kawada and Taue, or even Misawa and Kobashi, those teams like that,
Yeah.
Make cases for that. Yeah, but rest in peace, Jay Briscoe.
Yeah, definitely prayers up to his family.
Definitely gonna miss the opening to the theme. Don't really necessarily remember the theme, but
reach for the sky, boy.
Reach for the sky, boy. I'm always gonna remember that. Always. But yeah, shout out to New Japan and Pro Wrestling Noah for the show they had. They opened the show like that. They each carry Tanahashi, the respective aces of each company. Tanahashi and Naomichi Marufuji had a picture of Jay in the ring. They had a Tim Bell salute for him. So
that's dope. I know AEW Ring of Honor is going to have a tribute show for him with that Johnson Honor Club.
They did. Yeah, no, they said they're going to put it free on YouTube.
YouTube is my fault. Yeah. So that'll be free on YouTube. I'm definitely going to be watching that. Unfortunately, they couldn't do anything more than that, dealing with the issues of Warner Brothers Discovery, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Because of
following AEW Dynamite is a show that is ran by a guy that literally just slapped his wife.
Yeah.
On top of one of the actors for, I think it was like Flash or something like that, is
Ezra Miller.
And then that whole story of him. It was like, well, these guys made a dumb tweet years ago, and you're going to hold Jay.
I think they were going at Jay in particular. Made the tweet. I don't know if Mark did.
What was the tweet about?
Okay, so apparently it had some like some slurs in there that they weren't too fond of.
But they haven't said anything about Sammy Guevara wanting to.
Yeah, it's weird.
Sammy Guevara can be on TV after saying he wanted to.
Yeah.
But these
weird
guys,
standards there, Warner Brothers. Weird standards.
Very weird, knowing that the people that are having shows on your network have
weird past,
and not even distant past.
Not even. That was like last year.
Like it was like 3 years ago for.
It was like right in the pandemic.
But we got the whole. I think they're investigating the Miller dude, and then just 3 weeks ago for Dana.
They've been investigating Ezra Miller, and then Dana was like just the beginning of this year.
Right, that was just this year.
So yeah.
And how can you estimate how long ago that tweet was from Jay?
About a decade.
Oh my gosh.
Look, you know how it is.
I know, and I believe they apologized on many occasions.
Yeah, they have.
So they
showed remorse. They have showed remorse for their action.
But you got people that were also on AEW TV that were accused in the whole speaking out movement that happened in the middle of 2020.
Yeah, I ain't going to get into that. Because you know how I feel about that.
But I know, you know how I feel. It's just weird how they... and the man died.
He did die.
You couldn't let them at least honor this man?
Fairly.
The man is dead and gone. And Tony Khan was... And I truly believe that if Tony Khan were given the green light,
he would have.
We would have had a tribute show similar to what we got with Brody.
Yes. Oh, it would have been.
Because
Tony
amazing. Khan, I will give Tony Khan this to the day I die.
Also,
that tribute show was probably the greatest tribute show in wrestling history.
It was. Here's the other thing I would probably say. I bet the other reason they couldn't do anything on television is because, I imagine they wanted some remnants of the family to be there. Kind of like how they have for Brody. That's what I imagine.
That could possibly be a thing.
So I imagine.
But it didn't help that Warner Brothers Discovery wanted to be butt wipes about it too.
Fair. Still. We miss you, Jay.
Yes, absolutely. Prayers up to the rest of the family there, Mark and Jay's wife, his kids, hoping that they have a speedy recovery as well from their surgeries. Let's go ahead and get to some other frustrating things. So, the last time we actually...
Remind you don't have to do this.
I don't have to, but I'm going to.
Fair enough.
Because sometimes you just got to at least air it out, because if I don't, it's going to continue to be in my head.
All right. I'm just saying. But also,
I
tell you that I'm telling you this as a friend.
I know.
For your own mental health and energy.
Look,
that you don't.
I do the podcasting thing for my mental health.
Okay, fair. That's true. But I'm just saying. For this particular subject,
I'm gonna feel great after I finish talking about it.
If it's gonna make you feel great, then go for it.
So, first things first. The last time we actually discussed Blueface,
yes,
we were joking him, which is so funny because that episode.
Remind me again, because when after that last time we talked about him, I
forget what we were saying, but I can tell you now that is the most listened to podcast that we have.
That's awesome. That
is awesome. The most listened to podcast episode that we have, just by looking at the stats, because I named it Blueface Baby.
I think it's kind of coming back.
And so, I don't think we've really talked about Blueface since then, and a lot has happened with Blueface since then. He's not really rapping now.
Right.
He started his little OF channel, which was like a reality show of these women trying to fight for his love. And in order to be on the show, you had to get like a tattoo of his face on your neck.
First of all, that's cult stuff.
He's an absolute Pookie.
That is cult stuff.
Blueface, when you look at Pookie in the dictionary, it should be a picture of Blueface right beside it. This man is a whole Pookie.
Like regular dictionary or urban dictionary?
I don't care. Put Pookie in Merriam-Webster at this point. Right, it's not in there right now, but whoever runs Merriam-Webster, come talk to me, because we need to get Pookie in the dictionary. Do you not know what a Pookie is?
I don't.
No, it's not that.
Okay, I know that.
Look up Urban Dictionary.
That can't be right. I started. I was like, that can't be right. That can't be right.
What does it say?
Okay.
Nope.
Nope, that's not right.
Nope. Oh, what was that one?
Name used to refer to someone you love dearly.
Nope.
Person is it? Okay, that's not it.
So in this context, what I'm calling a Pookie.
Okay, so to describe an uncouth or scrounging looking person, usually a drunkard or a drug addict.
Oh, not necessarily here. Like, so a Pookie is
an annoying person that follows you around the internet.
Nope.
Pookie is another word for speed and meth.
Okay, I didn't know that much. At this point, Pookie might be the name of this podcast.
Oh, wow. That's
not it.
Not reading that one.
No, this is not Herbert.
The term,
Nope.
Pipe.
Not smoking.
Yeah, it's a lot of drug stuff in here.
I didn't know that Pookie evidently was a name for a certain drug. Okay, then.
It's not even a certain name for drugs. It's like just.
So if I say a Pookie and Ray Ray, would that help you?
It really doesn't.
So, in this context, when I'm calling him a Pookie, he's that F boy.
Why did you just call him that?
Because
why did you just call him a douche?
Pookie's better.
Why did you just call him a douche?
We still say that?
Yeah.
I thought we left that in high school. I'm sorry.
No.
I thought we left that. I thought we left that insult in high school. I'm sorry. I haven't said that one since like junior year.
You would have been better if you had just said he's an F boy. I was like, all right, yeah, fine, yeah, I get it.
He's still a Pookie.
Whatever. He is though. I mean, come on. Like half these rappers are now. They are.
So
they are.
So through that, he found Krishan because Krishan was one of the girls that. And I really want to show you this because this is going to absolutely help you understand my frustration.
Is this the one where she fighting that girl?
No, I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to show you what she.
Because I saw that video.
No, hey, you see what she looks like now?
She looks whatever.
She looks whatever. What do you mean by whatever?
I have no opinions on that child. I just want her to get therapy, which I know she's probably not going to get therapy.
She needs it bad. Dog.
I don't need both.
This is Krishan Rock before Blueface. No, she's mad cute.
What does she look like now?
This is Krishan Rock with Blueface.
She missing a tooth.
Oh yeah, that happened during that little OF show. I mean, she got into a fight with a girl and her tooth got knocked out.
Okay.
So she's a fighter, but it's so frustrating seeing how you go from that. Like I'd be afraid to approach her. To this, which I would also be afraid to approach her for different reasons.
Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a very see. This is where
and that's why I feel bad for her, but she's not a victim in this situation.
No, this is where you need a woman's perspective on this because I need to ask. Are some of these dudes worth it? He can't be worth it. He can't be. I don't care about the money. I don't care if he got money. These dudes, there's no way. There is no way. And The Rock means no way that half of these dudes are worth doing this to yourself. There's no way. It can't be.
So her backstory, she did come from a broken home. And so trying to find your way, and then this fool's gold of knight in shining armor that shows up and tries to present himself as your savior or whatever you want to call it.
What did Kendrick say? What did Kendrick say?
I don't listen to Kendrick anymore. What did he say?
You don't wait. What do you mean you don't listen to Kendrick?
Not anymore.
Oh, is it because of?
Yeah. I haven't listened to Kendrick since I told you I stopped listening to Kendrick.
Oh, that's anyway. Kendrick said, like all these people have these. He said Cole made you think about it, but he is not your savior. No, Kendrick made you think about it, but he is not your savior. Cole did something, but he is not your savior. All these peoples are not your savior.
And unfortunately, she fell into the trap, and now she's down. She's down horrendous for it because
and pregnant.
So that's the part that really caught me off guard because I took one for the team and I listened to the interview that basically got everything popped off this weekend. So they were on No Jumper, and right at the beginning of the podcast of the interview, he asked her, "Why are you so emotional?" She said, "It's either because my period or I'm pregnant." Which he responds with, "Wait, are you pregnant or you're your period? Because those two don't go hand in hand," is what he was saying. So she didn't know if she was pregnant or it was her time of the month. Keep that in mind. So as things progress, they were talking and she was kind of cutting off Blueface. Then they got into a situation.
Seem to do.
Oh yeah, that was the gist of the time that she was on the pod. And so they talk about a situation where evidently she threw a glass at Blueface's head. And while Blueface is trying to explain the situation, she's cutting him off. And then she got so mad, she asked, "Where is the Henny?"
Because that's going to make it better.
She's already, like, at least drunk. Because she's like, "Y'all think I'm just doing this because I'm drunk?" Nah, I'm lit. What? And so, not to mention, she just assumed that she might be pregnant. You might be pregnant, and then you're drinking Hennessy. Where is somebody here with some doggone common sense to say you don't need no Hennessy because you might be pregnant? I'm in my car yelling this. It's like, you idiot, you just said that you might be pregnant. Why are you drinking?
Bro, here, I'm gonna respond the way you just did to me. She kind of fell down bad for an idiot.
Yeah.
So I ask you that in response to what you said when I asked how. Remember when I asked? I literally just asked that. How that can't be worth it, right? This dude can't be worth this to do this, But apparently it is. And then on top of that, now you're pregnant, and then So, because apparently my answer to that is because apparently he's worth it.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't know why, but
because they were supposed to be getting married in the summer.
Lord,
she was so happy about saying that. Oh, we're getting married, and Blueface was like, "Wait, we're getting married?"
So it almost like he doesn't even know. He probably so basically. I even said before we went on that I wasn't going to put it on this, but here we are. It sounds like Blueface does. Well, first of all, he probably doesn't know what's going on half the time.
Blueface is very nonchalant this whole time.
Okay, so
she was turning up the whole time, and he was like, "Bruh,
so
get her out of here."
But here's the thing. You don't have the luxury of that, Blueface. You don't. You don't have the luxury of being nonchalant, because that would imply, well, a bunch of things, but also imply like you're trying to wash your hands of a situation that is necessarily unwashable. You can't just dodge this. Well, I mean, you probably can and will because you're rich and you can get away with anything. But anyway, it's like
he's a Crip too, so don't forget that. Yeah, he made note of that.
Has nobody heard of therapy?
What's therapy?
My point exactly.
Nigga, we black.
My point exactly. I rest my case. But it's like, you can't.
Clearly, I support people going to therapy. Please don't take it out of context that from what I just said, that I don't support therapy. If you need therapy, go get it. I'm just not for pushing therapy on anybody.
Right. I'm saying I'm not pushing it either. I'm just saying they need it. Blueface does not have the luxury to be nonchalant. He doesn't have the luxury to the audacity to say to have like. Look, and I get it. I've seen the other videos where he's getting in fights with her father. They're cheap shotting each other back and forth.
They fight.
They
fight like almost every other week, bro.
Exactly. That's my point.
Like,
exactly.
I'm not even talking like fighting other people. Like we joke about fighting each other. Like every single time we probably joke about fighting each other, they're probably fighting.
So yeah. So they're doing that. So. The audacity that you even put yourself in this situation. Because you did this.
Yeah.
You had the money to be like, you know what? I'm willing to bet women would throw themselves at me. But I'm gonna take a page out of the cult leader handbook and say, if you want to be on the show, you gotta get a tattoo of my face on your neck. And then the sad part is that I'm thinking, well, Who's gonna agree with that? Then how many women have been on that show?
I don't have a number, but it's quite a few.
It's quite a few.
It's enough to make you lose faith in humanity. I can tell you that much.
Is it? Is it enough to make it? Is it enough to?
I don't want to look up the number because it's gonna make you mad. Put it that way.
Okay, is it enough to make me look at to make me further look at wondering why I gotta choose what I'm about to say carefully. I have to choose what I'm about to say carefully. So, is it high enough? All right, first of all, let me ask this. Based on what you've seen, have you seen any other demographic of women on that show?
I never subscribed to his OnlyFans.
Just based on clips.
Krishan Rock is the only person I know from that show, honestly.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'm pretty sure based off the synopsis that I've been told based on YouTube videos.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's not looking good.
It's
for us,
not this side. It's this side.
It's not looking good for us, is it?
Honestly, I've disassociated myself from that entire demographic of black people, so I take no responsibility for these niggas.
Well, of course not. Of course not. I'm just saying, from that.
I want to say that again. I take no responsibility for these niggas.
Okay, so very well. So I mean, but I'm saying but in other words, it wasn't looking good for us. Was it? For us,
looking good for y'all. Shoot.
Well, first of all, not y'all. I said us like I'm talking about the movie.
Us. Us. It sounds like we. What are we speaking French here? Let's put no us in this. We. Who?
We. Why are you speaking in French? Well, we're not speaking in French, but yeah, no.
And I put a post on.
I was gonna say
he made a good point.
Blueface
made a good it was one really good point here.
He made a point.
And it goes with what I said here. I said pop culture sure does love its toxic relationships.
It does.
And that's exactly what he said. No matter how toxic they are, because they are very toxic.
It is very toxic.
People love to watch that toxicity. And I'm like, why?
I think it's the same reason why we kind of love, Flavor of Love, Jersey Shore, and all that.
I didn't like any of those shows.
I didn't either, but I'm just saying the same reason why people. Reason why people watch that kind of stuff. So they watch it for the drama and toxicity.
Well, fair enough. That's why I hate reality TV shows because it's like
no, I hate that.
I tried watching one and I was like, why do y'all like this?
I hate that. I hated it too.
But I'm the weirdo because I watch wrestling.
You beat me by 1 second. That's literally what I was about to get.
We're the weirdos.
Yeah, because
we watch wrestling.
We're the fools.
But you guys are out here watching a girl and a man beat each other up and throw glasses at each other, trying to unalive each other.
We get the side eye.
Let's really stop here and pause. And I'm going to clip this because I really want y'all to understand how ridiculous y'all sound. Imagine watching wrestling. Imagine watching Blueface and Krishan Rock.
Imagine watching that. What's that show? That tattoo show. There's a tattoo show that got.
Imagine watching My 600-Pound Life.
Oh my god.
Hey, yeah, we're gonna go down the list here.
No, don't go it.
Imagine watching Jersey Shore.
Oh,
imagine watching Dance Mom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I said it. Come at me. Go. You can inbox me. Check me out. I'm on Twitter.
You're gonna get canceled.
I don't care about getting canceled. I get canceled. It's about a year. We are about a year ago. Matter of fact, it's been a year since I got canceled on Twitter.
You're doing great.
I got canceled on Twitter a year ago, and guess what? I was right, and I'm right again.
Talk your shit.
Take that. I don't care.
Talk your shit, brother. Imagine watching Toddlers and Tiaras.
Oh my gosh!
Yes,
y'all watch all these Ooga Booga shows, and I get side-eyed because I like to watch men fight.
Imagine liking Love and Hip Hop.
And guess what they do after they finish fighting? They go to dinner.
I got you. Listen, imagine watching I Love New York.
Isn't that the show that Otunga was on before he started wrestling?
Exactly.
Oh gosh.
Exactly.
He upgraded.
Exactly.
David Otunga did better doing wrestling.
Hey man, you know what? Here, we're gonna do this.
And he was a horrible ring announcer.
We're about to go down the list.
Play-by-play announcer, I should say.
We're about to go down the list. I don't care. Imagine watching Temptation Island.
What the heck is that? Isn't that? Oh, I think I know what that is.
Temptation Island.
That's on USA, isn't it?
Temptation Island is literally couples. It's the most toxic thing ever. It's couples going to an island.
Tempted to cheat?
That's exactly what it is. It's
I'm
couples.
the screen.
It's couples. They're going to an island, like a nice island, where there's it's 12 couples, and there's 30 single men and women, 15 and 15 each, and they basically go in and try and swoon one of the person of the couple, and then they either determine to stay together or fall in love with the other person.
Now tell me again how wrestling is weird.
We will await your responses on Twitter and Instagram. We will await.
I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch sports and wrestling. Outside of that, I'm looking at the news and trying to figure out what's going on. What's going on with the world.
Imagine watching Big Brother.
This is my escape.
Hang on, we're going down the list here. I don't care.
That's what's up about Pop-Tarts. I'll watch that. I'm gonna start a reality TV show called Pop-Tart Wars.
Imagine watching The Masked Singer.
The Masked Singer isn't that bad.
I don't get it. I've been watching that show for years.
It's not that bad. I've seen clips of it. I was watching. It was a show that evidently Chris Jericho was on a game show on Fox called Name That Tune. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. But outside of that, no. What's that? What was that college? What was that college reality show? Like College Hill, something like that. Imagine watching that. Yeah. But here we are. I'm the one that gets side-eyed because I like to talk about John Cena and Roman Reigns and Bryan Danielson. And
there's only one reality show I actually like, and it wasn't even live action. It was animated. Total Drama Island.
Total Drama Island was like a spoof.
I know.
I'm saying it. Total Drama Island was a spoof of what y'all reality shows look like.
And it was better. It was way better. I did
like Total Drama Island. That was kind of funny because I was like, I can't take this seriously. These are real people.
Imagine watching The Bachelor and The Bachelorette.
Dog, people got real emotional. Like people got emotionally invested in that stuff. Like
y'all need help.
Didn't you get married, man? Come on now.
I
can't cry when Kofi Kingston wins the world championship.
Imagine watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I don't want to keep up with my own self sometimes. Why I want to keep up with some rich white people that just are famous for being famous?
Flavor of Love. Imagine liking Flavor of Love. If you say you like Flavor of Love, I'm gonna hit.
I think it's Flavor of Love.
That show Flavor Flav was on. He hosted.
I did not know Flavor Flav had a show.
Yes. That's where that crap was.
Well, no wonder it only lasts like less than 2 years.
Imagine imagine being so invested in my Super Sweet 16. Imagine watching Teen Mom.
Why are we celebrating? You're going to make me go off. Let's move on because I'm not about... See, Isaac didn't want to do this whole conversation because he was going to snap, but here I am about to snap.
I got one more. Ready? You ready for this?
Oh my gosh, you're going to make me go off. I'm going to flip the sable.
Imagine watching and enjoying, but watching and enjoying, but thinking wrestling is weird at the same time. You ready for this? 16 and pregnant.
You know, if I weren't afraid this phone would crack for me throwing it to the wall, not this wall, that wall, I would throw it.
Cause you know I'm right.
It's ridiculous. How do these shows get on TV and y'all think this is entertaining?
There's a new show. I was watching the football game coming on. It's called Farmer Wants a Wife.
Your life is farming. I'm sorry.
No shade to farmers though. No shade.
Wants a wife or wants a life?
Farmer wants a wife.
Oh well. Take a break from farming and go find a wife. I don't know what you want from that. We're gonna move on here because Lord have mercy.
And long story short, reality TV is trash. Most of your shows are mid to garbage. I don't care.
And y'all are.
And by the way, all of you who watch those dance moms. Oh, you watch those Dance Moms and Toddlers and Tiara shows? You're weird for watching like little girls be put through that kind of stuff.
And funny thing is, I don't watch wrestling like that. I watch it on TV, and I go. Sometimes it watches me.
Same.
Like when Raw comes on, I'm going to have Raw on my computer while I'm playing Madden.
That's the crazy part. No, because think about it. That's the crazy part. Me and him, we don't even watch wrestling religiously.
Shoot.
We watch it when we have spare time and when we think about certain matches in our heads. That's when I watch it. Like if I think, I watch
Lucha Underground more attentively than I watch anything else on TV, exactly. And that's old.
Exactly. Like for me, I'm thinking, you know what? It's like, wait a minute. Because here's how it will happen for me. I'm sitting in school class. I'm thinking, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. I remember watching this match before, but I'd like to watch it again. Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle at Vengeance 2005. That was a great match. I'm going to rewatch it. That's literally how it goes.
You do more than I do already.
I think, didn't Kota Ibushi fight this dude? Or whatever? Yeah, that's how it goes.
I'll look at highlights. If the match is 30 minutes long, I'll go to YouTube, find the highlights, listen to a song while I'm watching you do flips.
It's ridiculous.
Yo, shout out to Norfolk State beating Coppin State this weekend, 96-65.
In basketball?
Yeah.
Men or women?
That was men. We are sitting up at top of first place right now. 3-1 in the conference, 13-6 record. Right under us is UMES 3-1, 10-8. Central is also 3-1, 10-8. Morgan is 3-1, 10-9. Howard's 3-1, 11-10. Coppin is 1-3, 6-15. South Carolina State has not played conference play yet. They're 3-17, and then Del State has yet to win a conference game, sitting at 1-16.
Yeah, y'all might make a run.
Evidently, Shannon Sharp apologized for his actions at the Lakers game, which is Did you see the video for that?
Yes. Then I saw the after effects, and I was less bothered. And I am so all right. Look, all right. Can we get into football?
I was laughing.
You want to get into Ed Reed?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get to Ed Reed first.
Yeah,
and then we'll hop into the NFL stuff.
Yeah.
So. Ed Reed was supposed to be the head coach at Bethune-Cookman.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that did not happen due to some of the things that he has said, complaining about the logistics and how he was cleaning up trash. His office wasn't clean coming in. A lot of corruption he spoke on from higher ups in the camp and the university. Basically, a lot of the stuff that Dion had said. Now, we had two similar situations and two guys that handled it two different ways. Now, Dion went through and said he was going to give the university 3 seasons. He gave them 3 seasons. He sucked up all the issues that they had. He didn't say anything about it to the media. Or he wasn't on Twitter complaining and just did his stuff. He did his stuff, and what the world? We must be strong, brothers. We must continue to be strong, brothers. Moving on. Doggone it, that is in my head. Rent free. Golly G. Whitaker's Bob.
For those who don't know what I showed him.
Erica Badu, Lord have mercy, girl.
Yeah. Just
how old is her daughter? How old is her daughter? She better be at least 22 years old. You showed me that picture. My name ain't Robert. Shoot. I refuse. I rebuke it. Her name is Puma Curry. The heck? Puma Curry?
Bro. Dude, I need to show you the picture again.
Alright. She's still too young. She's 18, but nah. Red flag. It's a red flag, but it ain't Robert Sylvester red flags. It's more like Bad Baby red flags. There are levels to this. The bad baby red flags aren't going to put you in jail, but I'm gonna still look at you sideways. The R. Kelly red flags. That nigga's guilty. In my Uncle Ruckus voice. What the heck was I at? Doggone it.
You're welcome. I have no regrets. You're welcome. You're very welcome.
Ed Reed didn't take it the same way that Dion took it. Ed Reed is not one to bite his tongue.
No, he is not.
And honestly, when you start thinking about the situation, what's done in the dark is always going to come to the light. No matter how much people do not like how Ed Reed handled the situation, it was going to happen.
It's going to come out one way or
another. It was going to happen. And unfortunately, you're going to have to deal with that. And HBCUs are going to have to tighten up. Because people got so mad and were upset that Dion left for Boulder.
Even Umar was so upset. Sorry, Dr.
Umar was...
And I've been trying. Every time he goes live. He hasn't gone live on IG in a minute. But I've been trying to get in on his lives. Solely to ask him that question. I want to have an actual discussion with Dr. Umar about why, because he
thought Dion was supposed to be some revolutionary that came in and stayed at Jackson State, which was absolutely ridiculous.
I know, but I'm saying
when you think about
the idea. But he said, I want to understand his terminology of why he is wrong, because the word he used was Dion is wrong, and I want to know why is he wrong. Like I want to know why is this wrong
with Umar, because there was nothing wrong that Dion did.
I know. I disagree with it too. I just want to know why the word is wrong. Why wrong is the terminology for it.
If there were no logistical wrongs in Jackson State, everything was going right.
Right.
I still would have took that job.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Absolutely.
1, the pay's better. 2, you're on a bigger stage. There are things that you can get done at Colorado, that you can't get done in Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of that has to do with the lack of fundings that HBCUs get, and that's something that does need to be addressed. But at the same time, we need to address the issues that people that go to HBCUs, that have been to HBCUs, that have graduated from HBCUs, that have been around HBCUs. These issues are not a secret.
They're really not.
The only people that really didn't know about these things at HBCUs are people who didn't know that these places exist or just don't go to HBCUs.
Like, I'm pretty sure last year, during the football season, when all these HBCUs were playing these bigger schools, like when FAMU went to UNC, I'm pretty sure there are people at UNC who had never heard of FAMU.
No, people just found about Norfolk State on the 2nd of January.
Yeah, Rose Bowl.
Like, people that never knew Norfolk State had a band. They heard about Norfolk State. You heard about Norfolk State back in 2012.
In the college basketball.
Yeah. So people who watch college basketball probably got their first exposure to Norfolk State through that.
Same thing with Same thing with ODU. Nobody knew who ODU really was.
ODU now has a little bit of an advantage now because they're now FBS. They're in a bigger stage.
But they can get slapped every year.
Well, yeah, but they have a better chance of not getting slapped and making a bowl game. All we have is a celebration bowl.
Yeah,
but that's neither here nor there. I do think that I would have handled it a bit different.
Ed.
Ed. Now, was it professional what he did? Absolutely not.
I think he did that in the most... Because I watched the video of his speech, especially when Dion called in to the team. I think the way he did it in front of the team like that was the best way.
That was the best that he's done.
Because even Dion did it the same way. Like he said, I want y'all to... They both did it the same way. He said, here...
You could tell the pain in his heart.
I know.
He did not want to leave those kids.
Yeah. Because now they're going to get somebody else.
You could tell that he cared.
Yeah.
From every... You say whatever you want to about all the other videos that came out regarding the situation. You knew that he cared.
Which is the important thing.
Yes. And the fact that now the issue has been exposed, because a lot of people have not really had the guts to say what Dion has said since leaving Jackson State and what Ed Reed said while being on the campus. That needed to be said regardless of how it was said. The truth is the truth, and we got to we have to act on that truth.
Here's the thing. The sad part about most. I don't know for sure. I'm not a coach. I'm not in the room. But the sad part is, and like you said, I could hear the pain in it because you need somebody to care. And the thing is, those kids at at Bethune-Cookman probably know that they're not going to get a coach like that's not going to come around like that.
I don't. We might as well cherish Eddie George while we have him.
Yeah.
Cherish Eddie George while we have him.
The only thing that could maybe happen is if for some reason, Ray Lewis decides to become a coach.
I don't know if Ray Lewis wants to go. Honestly, and it's an unfortunate situation, but I think we're going to be a while before we see another Hall of Fame caliber head coach in the HBCU.
Which is sad.
Because the things that Dion dealt with, and he made clear of it after leaving, the things that Ed dealt with, people basically said that he shouldn't have done it, he shouldn't have went about it the way he did. But I think I want to play something here. Let me see if I can find it again. Shout out to my bro Horatio Radio. He made a really good point with it, and I want to play it real quick and see what you think.
The history of our schools, but these institutions aren't above critique. All right, Bethune-Cookman will not be moving forward with Ed Reed as their head coach because he said HBCUs be corrupt at the top. He said that they didn't have appropriate accommodations for him as the head coach, and the coach before him ain't never did shit. So instead of listening to a Hall of Fame football player who was passionate about elevating these black students in football, they fired him because what? He hurt their feelings. Now look, professionalism is professionalism, right? It don't matter where you go. No other job is gonna let you get on social media and shit on the establishment. But sometimes keeping everything in house is why shit be so fucked up, black people, all right? And so they saying, well, he's adding to the stereotype of black people, HBCUs. Well, if the shoe fit, don't let your school pride keep you stagnant, all right? Now they're going to have another trash football season because they didn't listen to somebody who they hired. They mad. Well, who the fuck is you thinking? It's the man you hired. And to be honest, if he was saying the same shit that the other coach was saying, you wouldn't have hired him. Learn how to take critique and act on it. Stop the film. Oh, dirty ass school.
Ratio is a He's not the only person that said that either. That's the funny part. No. Shout out to Horatio once again, man. Horatio. Go follow him at Horatio. Let me go ahead and plug him while I'm at it. Follow him on Twitter. His Twitter handle is Horatio Radio. He went to North Carolina A&T, March there, so that's how we kind of have a connection.
Duh, that was funny. Why he do it like that at the end?
No, it's Cookman.
No, I know he's wrong. I'm not saying he's wrong, but still, like, this is foul.
No, HBCU bandheads don't care. At the end of the day, we gonna say what we gonna say. But yeah, man, it's just it's just frustrating to see where that's going. And so, honestly, if y'all really care about having a legendary figure coaching HBCU football, y'all might as well go ahead and start paying attention to Tennessee State because that's all we got for right now.
Here's the thing. Here's my belief. This is my belief as an outsider looking in. We can't say we need to do better for our kids, right? If we're not willing to put in the work to do better for our kids.
Message.
Right? Because you want your kids to succeed. Well, I don't have any kids, but you...
Read that. Read it out loud. Not what Kevin said. The original post. No, don't read it to your head. Read it out loud. Read it out loud. Or you want me to do it?
Students at Bethune-Cookman University say they are dealing with a mold problem at their dorms. Send us picture after picture to serve as examples. The students say they pay $30,000 a year in tuition at the private HBCU.
I'll take that. Notice that was the first thing I popped up on as soon as I clicked on the app, right? I'm on Facebook, and that's the first thing I see. Ed Reed was right.
But yeah, if you look, I think, and here's the thing, that's not just in sports. That's just in society as a whole, as us as a community. We can't say, well, because I don't have any power yet, but I'm saying like all these people, this older generation of people who say we need to do better by our kids, we need to do better by our kids, do better about our kids. You got to put in the work to want to do better for your kids. More than what you're doing right now. That's just how it has to go. You want your kids to make it to the NFL, and all they can go through HBCU, make sure they get the exposure through the HBCU.
And look, bro, it's a lot of players that have come out of HBCUs, yes. And some are still in the league now. I mean, Tariq's not really going to, I don't think Tariq's ever going to play again. He played at A&T. What's the linebacker at
Darius Leonard.
It's now Shaq.
What?
His name is Shaq now. His name is Shaq Leonard.
Wait, what?
Teron Armstead. Continuing
on.
Wait,
what? His name was Darius Leonard.
Well, his middle name is Shaquille, so he's going by Shaq now.
Oh, it was Darius Leonard.
Yeah, it was.
We're talking about the same person.
Yeah, we're talking about the same exact person, because I was confused when I saw Shaq Leonard too. I was like, wait, where's Darius at? But you're going, if you're good, you're going to get noticed.
Yes.
I mean, look, Shannon Sharp was at a D2 HBCU. Now Savannah State's a D1, but I think at that time they were D2.
Yeah.
So
and look at him; he's a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer, and getting into fights with
an older white
players.
Get it? I was gonna say get into daily
and basketball dads.
I was gonna say getting into daily fights with an old white man that he really.
He was ready to scrap with Ja's dad.
Did you see the album cover?
I bet you won't.
No, did you see the album cover?
Yeah, I saw all.
No, somebody said West Side Gun was trending. And somebody had that picture of Shannon and said, name this album. Somebody said a West Side Gun album.
I'm waiting for West Side Gun to go ahead and make a song called Shay.
His albums are like that, though.
They are.
His album covers are like that, though. They just beat him with random stuff. I love it, though. Shout out to West Side Gun.
Shout out to West Side Gun. Absolutely. Shout out to West Side Gun. That's all I got for that, man. Just that was just like the icing on the cake, bro.
I feel like I had a wrestling take somewhere in there. I feel like I did. So is Sammy gonna die?
I'm going to cry. I got a feeling I'm going to cry tonight because I got a feeling that we're going to get like that festival of friendship.
This is the end. It's the end, isn't it?
I think so. It's the go home Raw to Royal Rumble. Sammy is my prediction to win. And I think this is the start that gives us. And I kind of stole my prediction from Alfred Kunawa. And his whole thing was that Sammy wins Royal Rumble, and not challenges at WrestleMania.
Challenges before that.
Yeah, I think is that Extreme Rules? What is that show coming up?
No, Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber. So Elimination Chamber is going to be in his hometown. In Canada. So you have him challenge Roman in his hometown, which that arena is going to explode at the moment Sammy comes out there. And you know it. So even if he doesn't win the Royal Rumble, I still think that we get Sammy versus Roman at Elimination Chamber.
I think so.
Honestly, if we're not going to get The Rock, I think we should get Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania.
I think that's the best way to go.
It's time Cody Rhodes finally gets his other world championship since he's already a world champion.
Yeah. Who was I gonna say? Shout out to our boy Billy Dixon.
Yeah, shout out Billy
for he made his return to GCW. He's alongside Charles Mason.
Just think about the fact that we were just in high school with this dude.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Just like 12 years ago, I met this guy in theater.
I met him in chemistry. Yeah.
And all we did was talk wrestling. And now he's a wrestler.
Hey.
That is insane. Hey, that's just something insane to think about when you just look back at childhood and how there was a guy that you just hung out with and just discussed wrestling with, and now he is doing what we talked about for so long just in the comments during like that time before we go to class.
Really happy for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out Billy.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get to some football. First of all, Barca won. Barca won over the weekend.
You said football, not soccer.
I said football.
You didn't say soccer.
I said what I said.
You said, why are we talking about soccer?
I said what I said.
Why are we talking about soccer?
It's still football.
No, this is soccer.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, you're American.
And America is weird. America
guess what? So are you.
America has different words for the same thing all the time.
Yeah, and we don't use centimeters.
A pigskin.
Well,
it's still a football.
Well, who calls it a pigskin? Like, who still calls it pigskin?
I don't know. Weird people.
Who in our age group was saying, "Give me the pigskin," and don't say Russell Wilson? Dang, we are right around his age. Shoot! Oh my gosh! Way to make me feel old.
Breon, when you need him.
That ain't my quarterback no more, so I don't care what y'all say.
Where's Breon? By the way, we were right. We were 100% right. Y'all still traded that man away for a bag of Doritos.
We traded him away for a bag of Doritos.
Yes.
So Charles Cross was a bag of Doritos. The same Charles Cross that made sure that Nick Bosa did not get a sack in the playoffs against us. That Charles Cross was a bag of Doritos.
Hey, bag of Doritos.
Noah Fant was one of the leading touchdown guys, and that was a bag of Doritos.
It was a bag of the best kind of Doritos, which we all know is Cool Ranch.
Well, we gave them a bag of Doritos. We gave them a can of like Pringles that were empty.
Hey, you still got the best. Hey, it's still the bag.
We still got the best bag. We got the better end of the deal anyway.
Yeah, you got the best bag of Doritos.
Because not only that, we get the fifth pick this year, which I'm still hoping is Jalen Carter. Which I heard of rumors that we could possibly be in the sweepstakes for Jalen Ramsey. Imagine us giving that 20th pick for Jalen Ramsey, getting Jalen Carter, as well as possibly getting Deron Payne. That scary. Imagine. So now you got Deron Payne and Jalen Carter in the middle.
Imagine we got Deron Payne.
We got Uchenna Nwosu, Darrell Taylor, who is a pass run specialist.
Imagine if the Cowboys.
We'll have Jordan Brooks back. We'll still have a question mark in the linebacker position. So we'll have to figure out what they do there. The secondary is already set. Because then you have Jalen Ramsey. On the other side, Tariq. You can flip around between Michael Jackson and Kobe Bryant. And then Quandre Diggs and returning Jamal Adams to help out the run defense. I'm liking where things are going. And even if we don't get Jalen Ramsey, cool. Our secondary wasn't really an alien position. A lot of the issues was you just weren't getting pressure. So that would be great to have. I'm excited for this offseason to see what Seattle does.
I am too. Do you know why? I'm excited because I'm hoping we finally do what we've needed to do.
Get rid of Zeke?
Sadly, unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately.
Zeke is at that point now where he's lost a lot of the explosiveness. Now, granted, he has been
a great pass blocker.
He's been great in pass blocking and has been great in like the short yardage.
Yes.
I like how you use him in the fullback position. What was like a third and short?
Yeah.
Even though I forget who it was, got in the middle and almost got him. I think it was Eric Armstead. Almost got him and he hit like a little jump step and then still got the first down. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah. But this is why I really hope we can get Bijan Robinson from Texas. Because Pollard's going to be out. Like I said, he's going to need surgery.
Is it that bad? Because I know it was a high ankle sprain.
Yeah, he's gonna need it.
He should be ready. He should be. Oh, Achilles.
That's what I said. That's what I heard.
Oh gosh, they said high ankle sprain during the game. If it's an Achilles injury, then yeah, Bijan Robinson is definitely going to be a
Bijan Robinson from Texas. If y'all
could get Bijan Robinson, get rid of Zeke, and then Bijan and Tony Pollard back there, that's scary.
And should the Cowboys fire Mark McCarthy after loss to the 49ers? Yes. I'm sorry, I don't.
Should they? Yes. Are they? No. Look how long it took for y'all to fire Claps. Think about it. Took y'all a while to fire Claps, right? So I don't think there's going to be any major changes. I think Dak comes back. I know a lot of people weren't happy about his performance, even though I think Dak Prescott, outside of those 2 interceptions, didn't play bad.
That's why I was literally
those two picks were definitely a big deciding factor. Clearly, you're going to have a new kicker.
Yeah.
Brett Maher, I don't think, comes back. So I think you guys will have a new kicker outside of Brett Maher.
He broke his leg.
Oh, gosh.
Fractured his Tony Pollard.
He fractured his Tony
Pollard. Tony Chopper Pollard.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Joseph Donis.
Yeah, shout out to Joseph Donis, man.
We love you, brother. We got to have you back on. Suffered a fractured left fibula.
Jeez, yeah.
That will require surgery.
Prayers up to Tony.
Yeah.
That's not good. And I hope that doesn't really affect his mobility as well, because those leg injuries with running backs are never really a good thing.
So, but the main thing I want to bring, you're right, but here's the main thing I want to bring up. Cowboy fans, don't worry, I am one of you. I am.
I'm not.
But I come to you with a plea. Not even a plea, just more like a question. What are y'all doing?
Burning jerseys and running.
Burning? What? Why?
You didn't see me. I actually saw a video of somebody burning a Dak Prescott jersey.
Why?
Because.
For what, son?
Because that's what fans do when they get mad. They just.
Do you know what I did?
I never get that invested in sports.
You know what I did when we lost? You know what I did the last 2 years when we lost to the 49ers? You know what I did?
You kind of were frustrated last year about the call, but this year you called me and you just laughed about it.
Last year I was frustrated. I was very frustrated because I've never seen anything like that before. And I still wonder to this day why the umpire was way back there. I
still wonder why Dak Prescott ran.
I ran that too. I wondered that too.
It was just a whole cluster of just why.
That's one of the things I wondered. Then the other thing I wonder both things. I do. However, right. So that's what I wonder. Then what are we doing? Why are you running over UTV? What do you do? Here's the thing. I know that there's a half of Cowboy fans like me and Breon who we understand. I think that's our main problem. I've figured out the problem. Cowboy fans half of us haven't come to terms that this is who we are.
You've been like this since we were babies.
We haven't come to terms with the fact that we're not balanced. Notice I said consistent. Notice I didn't say consistent. We're not balanced. In the sense of we'll have one or the other. We'll have a good offense, amazing offense, bad defense, or we'll have great defense, mid offense.
And I will say this: your offense wasn't mid off of just for the yardage y'all get, because Dak Prescott put up yardage. He put up the stats.
Yes.
The mid came in the avenue of just can't stop turning the ball over.
Yes, and that is what
because I knew that Dak Prescott was probably going to be. I knew that Dak Prescott was probably going to turn the ball over at least once.
And the worst part is, it's not like
that first interception was just why?
He wasn't getting. Here's the thing: he wasn't getting pressured a lot. He was, but he was able to
That first better was because of the pressure.
No, I'm saying, but I'm talking about that second one.
The second one was just.
And then here's something else.
Ill-advised pass in double coverage.
Here's something else somebody pointed out. That last play to CD, where he tried to hit CD in the 1-on-1 with Fred Warner, he had T.Y., who beat both of his defenders in the same area and didn't hit him.
Dog, T.Y. is still a dog.
He is. That's why I hope we pay him an extension to stay.
I think T.Y. still got some juice in the tank.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bring back T.Y. somebody.
So, like,
he don't have to be like out there. He could be what Deshaun. He could be what Deshaun Jackson was the past few years. Just whenever you need a burner out there.
He'll burn. He was burning.
T.Y. will burn you. Absolutely.
So the thing is, I don't think half of us as the Cowboy fans have come to the facts that this is the team we are. We knew it. We obviously knew it when we had Vinny Testaverde running around back there. We obviously knew it when we had Drew Bledsoe running around and Quincy Carter. We knew we weren't there. Then Tony Romo came along and gave us hope. He gave us hope. But you know what Tony Romo didn't have? A stellar defense.
Or the clutch gene.
That too. He did not have that. And we knew that. But you know what we did? Lord knows I did it. We stuck with it because we figured it's going to work itself out. And now we got Dak Prescott, who has the clutch gene.
In games that are the playoffs.
Besides those, he has 20 career game-winning drives.
Yeah.
20.
He's very clutch.
Very clutch.
You just need him to be clutch in the games that you really need him to be clutch.
Precisely.
I'll say this.
Here's the thing.
Dak Prescott, when it's all said and done, will probably be the best quarterback y'all have had since Troy Aikman.
Yes.
I think he just needs that one playoff game. Not just one game. He's had those games.
He had that game last week against Brady.
But no. That was just an absolute shellacking. That's not what I'm talking about.
You're talking about he needs that legacy. He needs that legacy game.
Yeah. So Russell Wilson, the game I'm about to talk about, he played absolutely horrible in.
Right.
You know what games I'm about.
I think so.
NFC Championship 2014 against the Green Bay Packers. He already thrown 4 picks. They drove back down, came back. Overtime, that play basically wiped the entire slate of all the 4 picks that he threw in that beginning of the game. So he needs that to really solidify his legacy.
Here's something I heard on the way over here from Bomani Jones, and I love this guy. He said that Dak is good.
Absolutely, no doubt about it.
Dak is very good.
Very. It's not great.
Dak is good enough to win a Super Bowl, but, and I thought this was a great point, his but was, he's not the guy that you put the team on his back.
He can't carry. I agree. He can't carry.
And I heard that, and I'm like, you're right. And I had to think about it. I was like, you're 100% right.
And I'm really scared to say,
because
have y'all reached that moment where this was your best shot? Because now looking at your division, like we've talked about so many times up here, your division is going to be a tough win.
This is where I think this offseason definitely won't answer that for us. Depends on what we do. Philly, but knowing Jerry Jones,
he's going to have to have a career offseason.
Because yes. So the thing is that I know Jerry wants to win because he even said in the last one, he said he's sick, which I imagine he is.
I would be too. It's been 20 plus years,
and I know
haven't even made it to the championship game.
I know how bad he wants it. I do. So, but I don't say that in spite of for Jerry Jones. I say that in the sense of like the fact that it's just minor adjustments. That's all it has ever been. Minor adjustments. You don't need these dramatic overhauls of our team. We don't need to say, okay, let's wipe the defense out. Let's wipe the whole defense and start from scratch and work with it. We
don't touch defense.
No, but I'm saying we haven't need to do that. Right. We haven't need to do. Okay, let's release everybody and bring new people in.
Your defense is elite.
Yes, our defense is fine.
The issue is going to be now
secondary.
The secondary isn't even that bad. If you the best thing you could ever do for your secondary is pressure.
I'm saying we need to tighten up secondary. Just tighten it up. Because I'm tired of seeing my guys get burned.
But you're gonna have that when you got it. Your secondary is full of ball hawks, and so every player has a weak point. No, there's not a player out there that you can say there is no weak point.
Right.
When you look at the basically the leader of your secondary, Trevon Diggs, the dude is an absolute ball hawk.
Yes, which is why I was so frustrated that he didn't play the ball in that George Kittle catch.
Yeah.
He tried to play Kittle and not the ball.
That's where he
had
went
a
wrong.
shot at the ball.
That's where he went wrong. And unfortunately, being a ball hawk, you're going to get burnt sometimes. It happens to him. It happened to what was the other ball hawk before him?
Brown.
No, played for the Chiefs.
Barry.
No, corner.
Matthew?
No, it's on the tip of my tongue, bro. I hate when that happens. Marcus Peters.
Oh, yeah.
Marcus Peters was what now we look at Diggs. Dude can find the ball and pick it off. Same thing with homeboy and Xavier Howard. Tariq is that same way.
Tariq Cohen.
No.
Not Cohen.
Woolen.
Yeah.
And Woolen had his worst game of his rookie season in the playoffs. He was just getting torched. And it happens when you are a ball hawk, you're going to get torched at times. It is part of the game. And I don't think that's really going to hurt you as much, especially when you're getting just as many wins yourself.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're going to get burnt a few times, but if you're getting 6 picks a season, are you mad that he gets burnt twice?
As long as it's not at the end of the game when we really don't need
it does depend on when you're getting burnt. Like, if you're getting burnt, you're up 20 already, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And the big difference was, like, I know where we're at. I've seen this before, and I recognize the imbalance, the fact that Dak has, the fact that where we're at, the fact that our offense is, it's okay, whereas our defense is amazing. I get that. My biggest fear is Dak becomes Kirk Cousins.
I don't think he's that close to Kirk Cousins.
But I'm saying that's my fear, is that he becomes Kirk Cousins. He becomes the guy.
He's 28.
He becomes, right?
He's 28.
He's 29. He's gonna be 30.
So here's the thing with
that. I'm saying, like,
I don't.
But I mean it in the sense of. I mean it in the sense of that he becomes the guy, like, we're kind of stuck with because we can't find anybody else.
Fair. Okay, that's what you're saying.
Because the Vikings, whether they even realize it or not,
they're basically stuck with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Whereas
because Kirk Cousins is good enough that you got to find somebody that is, like, borderline elite to replace him.
Yes. You got to find, like, Josh Allen.
You almost got to be like, you're sure that Caleb Williams is that guy.
Yes. But the thing is, you don't know. If anything, all right, here's my dream. This is a dream I have. My dream is that the draft comes. Because we know who's going to the draft. Bryce Young, Max Duggan.
Mandy.
Max Duggan. We know he's going to the draft. We know Bryce Young's going to the draft. Caleb Williams is going to the draft, right?
Caleb is not. He's a sophomore.
Okay, so he's not. So he's got more.
Caleb's probably more than likely going to be drafted next year, though, and he's probably number one.
This draft, quarterbacks go: Bryce Young, Max Duggan, Stetson Bennett, right? So, my dream, and it probably won't happen, but I'm manifesting it. My dream is we do draft a quarterback. We do. And
it's possible for the future, but that's probably going to be. That's probably what the Vikings need to do. They need to go ahead and
I'm talking about the Cowboys.
Maybe that's what
I'm talking about the Cowboys.
Or that too. It's about time.
Yeah, because
even though I think Dak
like
could
Dak.
go until 35.
I know he could because the Lions got to protect him. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
But like the thing is, if we're in win now mode, Jerry's tired. I know Jerry's tired of being sick.
Yeah.
So we gotta be
at a certain
in that
point,
mode.
You get tired of it.
Yeah, and at that mode, and as much as I love Dak Prescott, I don't want him to. I don't want him to become Kirk Cousins. I don't want it to be the like we got to put you out of your misery kind of thing. We're letting you go to put you out of. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be like we're letting you go. We're not even letting you go. Like we're bringing in somebody who we believe can help. Because honestly, if there's anybody I think can do well in that offense, in the offense they're running right now, I like to see Max Duggan do it.
I like Max Duggan.
I know. I like the kid.
And I don't think I don't know. I don't see him going in the first round.
That's what I'm saying.
Max Duggan feels like he's going to be that underground pick.
That's the beauty of it.
Regardless of the fact that his last season has been amazing. Was the runner up for the Heisman? I think that he might be a second/third round pick.
I'm saying
which
that
helps
is the beauty of
a
it.
lot.
It is. That's the beauty of it. Because think about it. He falls that far. We need, whether we know it or not, we need a quarterback.
Yeah.
We need to start looking for a quarterback. That's not to replace Dak, but it's definitely to say, hey, if Dak goes down, which we've seen him go down, like I said, the last 2 years, thumb injury, leg injury, whatever. And we know what Cooper Rush can do. Cooper Rush is our backup.
Cooper Rush is going to be a career backup.
He is a career backup. Is he a good backup? Yes.
He's probably going to be.
He's a good backup.
Nick Foles.
Yes.
He can definitely.
He can get you there. He can get you what you need, but like he knows where his limit is.
But at the end of the day, he's going to have a game like he did against the Eagles.
Yeah. So we don't need that. We need a quarterback.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to Dak Prescott, but it's time for us to start looking for a quarterback.
I agree. Moving on to the other games, the Eagles. I expected the game to be a little closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, me too.
I did have the Eagles winning, but I did not expect it to be a 38-7?
38-7.
Which was so funny because you remember the last time they played on that same exact day? That time it was an NFC Championship game against the Minnesota Vikings. That score was also 38-7.
Huh. How about that?
That was the game Nick Foles was carrying them to the Super Bowl.
Yep, which he ultimately did win.
Yeah.
Which is really weird when you think about it. Nick Foles has a ring and a Super Bowl MVP. Weird.
Is it winner?
He has a ring.
Who?
Nick Foles.
Yeah.
It's weird when you think about that, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a lot of players that have rings that just like, what?
Yeah. I had another take about that Dak Prescott situation. Oh, it was the Niners. They said the difference between the Niners and the Cowboys is that the Niners know Jimmy Garoppolo can't carry him. They know that.
They've made notice of it on multiple occasions throughout the entire game that the offense runs better under Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying
they know that.
They know that.
If Jimmy Garoppolo is healthy for the Super Bowl, you'd be stupid.
You don't do that.
That would be, who was it? Was it the Doug Flutie situation? The Bills?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was. I think it was. It was the Bills when they had the guy and he was like, "This is our guy," even though the guy that got you to playoffs is Brock Purdy has yet to lose a game. This man doesn't know what it's like to lose in the NFL, bro.
But at least they know that. I'm saying the point is,
he's been close.
At least the Niners know that. At least the Niners know that Jimmy Garoppolo's not the guy.
No, he's not.
I don't think half of us haven't realized.
I think the issue is nobody saw this coming. Nobody. When Jimmy Garoppolo.
But the thing is, Purdy, he's good. He's good, but I'm kind of
Purdy's
my bias.
Uncharacteristically good.
My bias is like kicks in when I say this.
I hate the 49ers, bro. So you already know.
His thing is that he follows the system like you're supposed to.
Well,
as a rookie,
if the system works, then that just means that what's his Shanahan is just a genius at getting quarterbacks.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's fine. But my thing was, and which I haven't seen anybody do this, same for Stephen A. Smith's receding hairline, that he didn't beat us.
He didn't have to.
Exactly.
Brock Purdy, this was probably the most game-managing game that Brock Purdy has played.
Right.
And honestly, sometimes you don't have to do a lot to win. Just do enough. And that's what Brock Purdy did. The thing that Brock Purdy did, he did not turn the ball over. The only turnover that happened was because of the kicker.
That was for sure.
Was the kick returner. Punt returner. Brock Purdy was out there. And I think he looked a lot more comfortable this week, too. You remember last week, he started off a little shaky. This week, yeah, he had some pressure going to him. The boy did drop a pick. Trevon did drop the pick. But outside of that, he played a pretty doggone solid game. Not really a lot of mistakes being made. I didn't see anything that was just like egregious. Now, a lot of people are looking and saying, when is he going to have that game? Because a rookie usually has that game. It's like, oh, there it is. He's a rookie. He hasn't looked like a rookie yet.
Mike McCarthy wished
I saw that.
But then the guy came out and announced it. That it wasn't.
Mike McCarthy against the 49ers is never a good thing. I don't think he's ever beaten the 49ers as a coach.
He hasn't.
0-4. Twice with the Packers, which the 49ers just owned the Packers. And the NFC West owns the Packers in the playoffs. And then twice with the Cowboys in the last 2 seasons.
I just.
What did Tree say?
What?
Tree. Yeah, right there. It's Tree.
Here?
Yeah. For Uche. Ezekiel Elliott is as a center. What the heck was that?
What? I don't know. See, here's the thing. That last drive was frustrating for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons was, first of all, I'm amazed we even got the ball again. Let me start there. We really shouldn't have.
Elijah Mitchell made a bold-head decision to run out of bounds. If Elijah Mitchell would have just sat down after crossing the
I'm not even worried
down
about
marker.
But the fact that we got the ball back, here's what frustrated me. We got the ball with 3 minutes left, and we punt. That's what killed me. That's honestly what lost us the game to me.
Yeah.
Because that shows, okay, clearly...
Y'all have been doing great converting 4th downs.
That's what I'm saying. So that showed me clearly you have no faith. You have faith in your defense, but you don't have faith in the one guy you're supposed to have faith in.
I think I told you this, but I think the 49ers... If the 49ers can carry this team all the way to the Super Bowl, you might be looking at an all-time defense.
No, I'm not separating them. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about us. An issue with sports media is that there's a very tangible influx of fabricated arguments created to fill airtime that too often focus on merits over feasibility. Should the Cowboys hire Sean Payton and fire Mike McCarthy? It's not a discussion. Obviously, they should, but can they?
No, I don't think they are going to.
I
think Sean Payton's probably going to more like a Denver. I can see him going to Denver. I think Chisel Donna's made the note. Maybe he can be the short quarterback Westbrook and revive Russell Wilson.
I don't know.
I'm just happy they sucked this year. Y'all can go back to being y'all can try to be good next year. I just needed the good pick out of him.
Yeah, we'll see.
Other games, I was rather surprised that the Bills didn't play well.
I
really expected that to be like the offensive game of the week.
I
was expecting a shootout.
I thought it was going to be one of those things where Where, like I said, I even said it all before. Like the biggest problem for the Bills is the Chiefs, but apparently I was wrong. The biggest problem for the Bills is Josh Allen trying to carry it when he doesn't need to.
Have we overrated Josh Allen?
No, I don't think so.
Where do you rank him right now?
I rank him probably where he's at, which is below Burrow and Mahomes, number 3.
Honestly, right I was listening. I was watching one of my friends, Red. I'm actually gonna pull up his stuff because I think that he has made some points, and he's been going off about it ever since the end of the game. Just about. I'm gonna get past all the Cowboy stuff real quick.
Yeah.
Mary J.
We must stay focused.
We must stay focused. Where is they giving Joshua Allen excuses? They never gave Cam Newton, and he had nothing. That's not where it's at. No, not Dakota. Oh my gosh, yeah. the big meaty man bumping me 3 years ago. Lord have mercy. Hold on.
Oh, happy birthday to Will Hobbs.
Yeah, happy birthday, Will Hobbs. Get that man on TV. This is one of the things he said. By the end of next season, Trevor Lawrence might just be better than Josh Allen.
He's got a build, but
I think it can happen.
I think it's not out of the question.
What you got to remember,
it's not out of the question.
Trevor Lawrence to get another weapon next year.
And who?
What's his name?
Etienne?
No, he came from Atlanta. You remember he was suspended this year for the gambling.
Really?
So, the things that he was able to do, and I think Ridley is going to be that legit number 1 receiver. So now you got Ridley. You got Travis Etienne, who I think is an amazing running back. You got the tight end that came from New York, Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk. And I think we have to play them. I'm scared. I am legit terrified.
Take a look at this.
Oh, is that when he almost had to pick?
No, that's when Dak Prescott had T.Y. Hilton wide open.
I know and Fred Warner almost picked the ball off.
No, it was actually went past Fred Warner. Wasn't it? It hit CD in the hands.
Oh, I thought that was one he almost had to pick. It was one that Fred Warner almost had a second pick on too. And then you had T.Y. open too. So sometimes you just miss it. The Jaguars had a tough. They had a tough out, man. The Jaguars were a tough out.
I need to get off. That.
Jaguars were a tough out, like I thought they would be.
Oh, he's back home safe, thank God. This kid, he was missing for a couple days.
That's great. Good to hear.
The last time Jalen Hurts played, Brock Purdy.
It's a brother.
Yeah. Oh no, you didn't know? That's why I sent it to you. He had no. All right. So for context, I sent him a video earlier of a Cowboys fan mad the Cowboys lost last night, running over his TV, taking his TV off the wall. And here's the thing: it's not just a TV. It's not even It's a big TV, right? He takes it off his wall, out of his house, throws it on the ground, and then runs over it with his big truck. He didn't know that the person was melanated. He literally found that out just now. Which is why I said before, what are we doing? This is why easily, goes back to what I was saying before, that guy, just like another video I saw where a guy punched his TV and then tried to break it over his knee like he was Jorge Masvidal. The guy that easily,
that just ended racism.
Those two things, those two are reasons why. They're reasons why Cowboy fans. There's some of the reasons why Cowboys fans haven't realized that we're kind of stuck where we're at right now. Or however I put it. Like, see, go back. Look at that. Watch it. That was right when they got the first down. And we thought the game was over.
Dog,
Because why?
Imagine getting so invested into sports that you rage. No, you know what I did when we threw the ball at the 2-yard line?
What did you do?
I got in the car and took my girlfriend home.
You know what I did last night when the Cowboys lost? I called him and laughed. Why? Because I found peace. Also, I realized that
he put his Pan-African flag up.
Yeah. Also, I realized that something more recently has made me happy than the Cowboys. So, yeah, ever since I've been in a relationship, it's actually been better. Like for real, like
because you're touching grass and getting
it's
Pop-Tarts.
It's so great, so great.
Y'all need to touch grass and get some.
It's really good.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, like literally, I've been touching grass and hugging trees, all of it.
Hugging trees.
This girl got me hugging trees, bro.
Oh my gosh! What's next? Kissing the babies and hugging fat girls, or whatever Batista said. Whatever Batista said. I can't remember. He said it to John Cena. Was like hugging the babies and kissing fat girls, or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I just can't believe he said. I remember he said that because was he like WWE champion? Or
yes.
This is a promo he cut up at the top of the ramp. Oh man, no, but y'all, why? There's no need for that.
Because they don't touch grass.
But it's like this is why we're talking about.
Somebody was getting offended for people saying touch grass.
People were getting mad at Sidgwick for saying that.
Well, I haven't heard from Sidgwick in a while, so I don't know.
Anyway.
Anything else going on in life before we get up out of here? I think the name of this episode is going to be called Pookie.
Some of these men ain't worth it. I hope we come to realize that.
Don't get you a Pookie.
Please. There's got to be better dudes than like that. And I don't care, even if they're the boring dudes. You know what the boring dude is going to do? He's going to... I was going to say... the boring dude is going to keep you level. He's going to keep you sane. You know? Some of these dudes really... Did you watch that video?
What video?
This one.
Oh, no, I'm going to check it out now.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, I hope we realize that not everybody is worth it. Money is
especially
not...
Pookies.
Yeah, money is not... It's not the... Money can't really buy peace and happiness. It really can't. It buys... It's only temporary. Peace... Money is like happiness. It's not like joy.
Joy?
Because joy is unspeakable. It's everlasting.
You better stop before I hop on this B3.
I'm just saying. Joy will be there.
All right, now let me go find the B3.
Go find it, brother.
Put you in E flat.
Go. Joy is going to be there, for eternal. Joy is eternal, like I said. Joy is going to be there.
Love does not abuse.
Love is not
somebody
toxic.
had the nerve to tell me.
Love is patient.
Oh
love
my
is
gosh,
kind.
we're here.
We're going here.
We're here reading the Bible.
You started it. Love is patient. It's kind. It hopes all things.
Oh my gosh, he's about to recite the entire scripture.
Don't get me started.
Don't get my mom in here.
She over there. Come on.
Right there.
Yeah, come on. Do it.
No, I'm not getting her over here. She gonna walk around this corner looking at us like we weird.
No, for love is not toxic though.
Somebody tried to tell me that they were doing this out of love. I was like, ain't no love in this mess.
In what? Wait, love in what?
Who you think? Pookie and
no
and Dupe and
they're
and
doing
Doofus.
that out of love.
Pookie and Doofus is what I'm calling.
Where's the love in that? You know what that sounds like? I bet that person is the same person who thought Joker and Harley were really in love.
They probably did.
I don't know. You realize they weren't in love, right? That was like a mad.
Here's the discussion I had. Because somebody's like, the more I see Blueface and Krishan together, I'm starting to think it's Krishan that needs therapy and help because Blueface really just be chilling.
He really do.
And like y'all do understand, she ain't want to talk about why she hit him with a glass. LOL, that's what triggered her. And now y'all defending her woman. Always want to blame Blueface. Y'all like, can y'all really just admit that maybe, just maybe, she always been like that? No man makes you fight. I don't know what you're trying to say there, okay? Question is, why does he still have her around?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, he said he loved her. I do, but I think it's some twisted love. Also, money. Also, he kind feels responsible for her because if he left her for real, what TF is she going to do?
First, pause right there. Read that part again.
Which part?
He feels responsible for her.
He feels responsible for her.
He kind of feels. You are. You told her if you want her to be on her show, you got to put a tattoo of him on her. She has to put a tattoo of him on your neck. This is all you.
This is all your fault, Pookie.
You're not kind of responsible, brother. You are responsible.
This is you are the manipulative Pookie here.
Yes.
This is not us saying that Krishan is some victim here, but at the end of the day, you're at fault.
You're the issue. You're the problem.
Pookie.
You're the problem, Blueface.
I'm the problem with this podcast.
You're both the problem. What does the rest of this thing say? What does the rest of this say? He said he love her. If ain't no love there. Love can take different forms in their mind. That's love. No, that's abusive. I'm not going to do harm to anyone I genuinely love. I've gotten to play if our other brothers and I want to say it.
I'll read it.
No, I see. No,
I got in plenty of fights with my brothers, and not once did I even contemplate throwing a punch. Y'all got to evaluate what y'all see as love. This ain't it. And then he finishes off with, "That's you, though, my boy. That's you, though, my boy. That's not them."
Why does it gotta be them though? No, please
don't. I saw Chisel down and do it. I was like, I'm gonna actually try to pull that mess off.
Anyway, it can't be worth it.
No, it's not worth it at all.
It's not worth your help.
I think they actually are broken up now.
I hope so.
I actually said the best thing that happened to Krishan this year has been them breaking up. Hopefully that they stay breaking up.
What about Blueface? What about the best thing that happened to Blueface?
Well, Blueface has already moved on to.
Oh, right. He's got another girl with a tattoo of his face on.
As of right now, she doesn't have the tattoo.
Well, she's gonna have under 3 months that she gets a tattoo.
I feel like Coyle Ray is a little bit smarter than that.
Oh, so it's her.
Yeah, it's Coyle Ray.
So over under 5 months.
I feel like her father will probably be a lot more willing to throw punches at Blueface if it comes down to that.
So
Ben Zeno's her father.
So 5 months.
No.
Taking the under.
No. I'm gonna try that again for you. You ready?
Okay. Taking the under. Actually, I'm taking the over. Over 5 months.
She's smarter than that. Oh my gosh, really?
Is she though?
Yes.
Is she really though?
I think so. With that being said, we're gonna get out of here because we're about to sit really here and argue about that mess. Peace, love, pot sauce, always been drinking water. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go prepare myself some dinner before I watch Raw and cry.
You're gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry out of spite for everybody that side eyes me for watching wrestling because you guys watch reality TV.
Yeah, I cried over wrestling too. Cried when Kota Ibushi.
Shoot, I cried.
Cried when Kota Ibushi won.
You were here when I cried. Weren't you here when Kofi won?
No, I was in New York.
Dang. No, was it? You're right. You and the King were in New York.
Yeah. I cried when Kota won the G1 for the first time. Cried my eyes out. Donovan will tell you. Cried right in the pod.
Dog. If I can... Matter of fact, I have a podcast of you crying.
Oh, is it the one we were talking about Breonna Taylor?
No. I don't think any of us actually cried during that one. But it was when Kodo won the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, that was Wrestle Kingdom.
I just have to find it. It's on Spotify.
Yeah, so did we were we doing reactions to Wrestle Kingdom like after the fact?
Yeah.
Like we didn't want Yeah.
You're out there. Crying.
I'll take it. Hey, it was a great moment. I don't care.
You cried.
It was great.
You cried.
It was great.
I cry too, but not on podcast.
I've seen you cry.
You've seen the little me cry. You haven't seen the big me cry.
True. I've seen you sing though.
Huh?
I've seen you sing.
Who hasn't seen me sing? I'm on TikTok singing. The kids tell me all every day, Mr. Pierce, I saw you on TikTok yesterday singing. I was like, yeah, I was live on TikTok singing. What about it?
I'm just saying.
Sometimes I sound decent. Sometimes I sound a hoot. Dog. It just depends on the kid's song. No, I said peace, love, pop, star, water. Why are we still here?
Because we're us, bro.
Oh my gosh, this is the black people saying goodbye. You remember this is the second stage of black people saying goodbye. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's in the archives. Go look at one of the episodes we had with
we need to get Breon back.
No, it wasn't Breon. It was Isaiah.
Oh, Isaiah, yeah.
It's one of the episodes of Isaiah up here. We were talking about the 3 stages of goodbyes for black people. This is the third stage. We out of here.